Morning, children. Yesterday we were saying about the different types of scientists who work for the development of the world, isn't it? The advancement that has the science has brought in the lives of the societies were seen by the different scientists like observation scientists and the experimental scientists. Okay, so see here once again, I repeat it. The observation scientists like ecologist, geologist, astrophysicist, climatologist, and the experimental scientists like chemist, nuclear physicist, and biologist. They have paved the way for the development of the society, isn't it? So, what is the work of the ecologist? The ecologist observes the territorial behavior and observes the behavior of the nature. What is the work of ecologist? He observes the territorial behavior of the nature. Territorial behavior. Ecologist observes the territorial behavior of nature. So he observes the nature and describes about the nature in itself. Next, coming to geologist. He observes or examines the fossils that are present in the earth's crust, the dead and decayed organisms, or examines the fossils of years together that are buried in the earth, examines the fossils and also the minerals that are found in the earth's crust. Minerals of earth's crust. Okay, children, next, the third one basically being astrophysicist. Astrophysicist mainly he photographs the different galaxies. He takes the photographs of the different galaxies in this space. Okay. Space physics. He studies the space physics. And the next one is about the, we can say he is a climatologist. Climatologists collect the data from the weather balloons. He collects the data from the weather balloons. So these are the observational scientists. Who are they? Ecologist, geologist, astrophysicist, and climatologist. Ecologist, he observes the territorial behavior of nature. Geologist, he examines the fossils and the minerals in the earth's crust. Astrophysicist, he takes the photographs of the distant galaxies so that are present in the space. He studies this about the space physics. Okay. Next, climatologist. He collects the data from the weather balloons and report about the weather and climatic conditions prevailing. So these are about the observational scientist, and we move to the experimental scientist like biologist, chemist, and physicist. Or mostly you know about the science which includes all these three subjects, isn't it? So the research made by them in chemistry, who was called as chemist, his work is he observes the rate of one chemical reaction at different temperatures. So what does he do? He makes an observation and makes research, observes the rates of different chemical reactions at different temperatures. Okay. Different chemical reactions at different temperatures. Next, coming to the nuclear physicist, he records the result of the angular momentum of a particular particle that moves in a circular path. So, he is a nuclear physicist. Nuclear physicist. What is his work? Nuclear physicist records the result of angular momentum, the result of angular momentum, the result of angular momentum of a particular particle of a particular particle moving in a circular path. In a circular path. It is the work of the nuclear physicist. Next, coming to the biologist, as you know, he studies the nature in itself, both the plants and animals and the tissues that he observes the reaction of the particular tissue to various stimulants. Okay, he observes, biologist, he observes and studies the reaction of particular tissue to various stimulus. You know what is a stimulus, isn't it? So this is about the observational science. So they are the experimental scientists. Experimental scientists who work on experimental science. So sciences of both observational science and experimental science. Experimental scientists work on the experimental science and they are chemists, nuclear physicists, biologists, and there are many geneticists, and so many like the work on the experimentation of various characters of the people along with the observational scientists. So this is about the scientist. So why do they work? What is their perspective? It is science is both useful as an individual perspective and it was developed. We can say that it was science has been developed as an individual perspective and also a societal perspective. We can see it. So what is an individual perspective and what is a societal perspective? Under the individual perspective, the science as an individual perspective, we can say that the scientist develop a joy in knowing the unknown facts. So on the need for science is under two terms we can say, that is under individual perspective and societal perspective. Societal perspective. Under the individual perspective, each scientist in itself has a joy in finding the new, that is unknown facts, and also developing the concerns that is already been proved. So he finds joy in it by himself. That is in the need for science in himself, he develops the science for himself. Whereas under the societal perspective, we can say that the society has given him a lot of resources to develop the science for the development of the society as a whole. So it leads to the development of this new knowledge to develop the society. So there are two reasons for this. Society as a whole lies the there is a desire for the society to completely, to develop completely as a whole. We can say that the development in the life of the people, and out of curiosity to know the unknown facts, out of curiosity to know the unknown facts too. And also they find satisfaction and enlightenment to the that is that comes from the knowledge of the unknown world. So they get the satisfaction, they get the satisfaction, society, they get the satisfaction and the enlightenment of knowledge of the world around them. Okay, satisfaction and enlightenment. Of knowledge around, of the world around them. Okay, children? So this is about the need for science. We can see under two perspectives the need for science. The need for science is under two perspectives. One is the individual perspective of the scientist alone, and the other one is the societal perspective, where the society finds it as a useful for them in for the development, and also to get the that is the developing this knowledge about the natural world gives them to for the development of the life of people as a whole, and also to develop and they develop the curiosity about the unknown facts, and also get satisfaction and enlightenment of knowledge of the world around them. Okay, children? So here, children, societies support the science for their desire to improve the life of people, and later that is in fact the geneticist, biologist, earth scientist, where the geneticist they try to understand how the characters are transferred from one generation to other generation, and the biologist who seek the different the life cycles, and also they treat the different diseases, how the diseases are transmitted from one to other, and where and treat them, and the earth scientists, and also the who are developing their better models for the prediction of the weather, or for the prediction of earthquakes, landslides, volcanoes, etc. So the people's desire to improve the life of people by these scientists is being supported by the people. And next reason may be the economic development. For the economic development, where they get the economic support from these earth scientists, plant scientists, chemists, and the physicists. Earth scientists mainly, these earth scientists, they get the work about the petroleum ores, and petroleum that is found in the earth's crust, and the ores that are found. So next, the plant scientists, they work for the increase in the agricultural output by the better yield of fruits and the flowering plants, and also the different food items that we get through the plants, and improve about the food production. Okay, next coming to the chemist. The chemist observe the chemicals with the potentialities, that is importance that it brings in through the help in the technological applications. So they observe and work through the chemicals with the importance that they chemicals which bring in the technological applications. And next coming to the physicist who work among the superconductivity and develop and help in the development of the that is nations. And also thirdly, societies also support the science for their simple curiosity, I said before, as I said, and satisfaction that they get through the knowledge of the world around us. So that is the three reasons that the people support the science. One is desire to improve their lives, and for the economic development, or that the support that these scientists give for their economic development, and thirdly for their simple curiosity and development of the knowledge around them. So these are the three reasons that the society support the science. Under individual perspective, we can see that the scientists develop this through their curiosity to in the field of science, and also for improvement of the science and betterment of science, and to where they get the joy in finding the new facts. That's about the need for science. Next, we'll move to the changes of science. Science is always changing. It changes continuously according to the situations and the changing technology. Okay, so next, through the scientific tools, the scientist made several process skills. So the skills that are developed by the scientists are called as process skills. So there are the thinking tools. Thinking tools are called as process skills.